All right. So, double check I'm working. Yeah. So I'm conscious that I'm not doing as many scheduled lives as I've done in the past. I've got very busy with what I've been doing regarding sort of really focusing in, like all in on YouTube advertising. So I've been focused on that very heavily. And also two areas that I've been promoting. One is related to kind of affiliate related products. And then the other side of it is my own course. I've got one primary course, my journaling habit, which I have really decided I want to push that for 2022 in a big way. I want to kind of get that up to a very sizable income stream because I believe it's a great product. I mean, I've put a lot of work into, like, put my heart and soul into creating it, and I believe it. It's kind of I guess, a reflection of everything I've learned from a personal development point of view that I've applied that's made a difference to my business and to my life. And, as a tool, I think the heart of that has been journaling. And then obviously, within that broad picture of journaling, then obviously there's all the elements of how I use a journal. And that's really where the journaling habit came from. So using it for productivity, using it to kind of understand myself and kind of break through obstacles and find solutions. And obviously those obstacles can be both internal, which is where most of them are anyway, and external in the sense of, solving little problems. Like, for example, this week I've got a product that I'm promoting, and it's all math. Advertising is all math. So the owners of the product pay me a flat fee per sale. And it's a supplement. So obviously they know the lifetime value of their customers. So they know they can pay me X amount even. And it's about $85. So they can pay me $85 for a $39 sale because they know the lifetime value of their customers. And chances are within their offer page, people don't typically just buy one bottle of these things. They tend to buy 3 or 6. So they're already making a profit on the front end anyway. So they can pay that. So if I then and take that figure, then I know, working backwards, I get a rough idea of how well my ad needs to be performing. So I need an ad that basically can ideally get below $1 a click. Now, $1 a click, I'm still making a profit. So that's kind of cool. But I don't need to get it below that. So the first ad that I wrote was doing, it's costing me like $3 a click. So that's never going to work. So straight away, I know it's not going to work. So I then had to go and write something else. So I wrote a new one. And incidentally, as it happens, I was using a new tool as well. So I wrote a new script, and then I used a new tool because obviously it's Black Friday, all these Black Friday deals knocking around. So I bought a new video tool called Wave, which shout out to the Wave people. It's very good. I was very impressed with it. I've used another tool before where you put in your script and the AI creates a video from your script basically, but it tries to generate images or select images and video clips that are representative of what you're writing about. And some of the ones I've used in the past haven't really been very good. Obviously they create a video, but some of the images they've used, you kind of go, that's got nothing to do with what I'm writing about. Whereas this one actually nailed it. So whether their algorithms are a little bit smarter, I don't know, but it really nailed it. So it meant, in terms of, instead of a video taking me maybe half a day, I was able to get a video completely, once I had the script, actually going from script to finished video was about 20 minutes, which was fantastic. So I got that up. And this is kind of night and day changes. So the previous video was probably averaging about 0.6% click-through rate. I needed to get to 1.7%, so well over double what the previous one was doing, in order to get profitable. In other words, in order to get my cost per click right down under $1, so I could actually make a profit on this particular product, on this supplement. So anyway, the new ad went up, and within 24 hours, it was crushing the other ad. So it was like doing like 1.9%. It was just night and day in terms of changes. And the cost per click went straight from $3 straight below $1, which is fantastic and really kind of demonstrates how powerful one change in a video can be. Like, literally just one video can change everything. Like I've said before in the past, you're only ever one campaign away from kind of the breakthrough results that you want, whether you're a coach or whether you're selling products. I mean, in those kind of industries, which, are very cluttered, but you're still only ever one campaign away from having kind of the runaway success that you want. And so when it comes to supplements are even more, not cluttered. I mean, there's certainly a lot more competition, a lot more of them, there's a lot more money to be made in them as well, because the big advantage, I mean, this comes down to offers, but the big advantage supplements have over, say, a coaching product is a supplement is literally take a pill, get a result. So in terms of effort required on the part of the customer. There is zero effort required on their part. So they're literally, it's like, oh, I take the pill. It's like, that's what everyone wants. It's nirvana, isn't it? It's like, if I can take a pill and lose weight, that's nirvana. I don't have to exercise, don't have to change my eating habits, don't have to do anything. I just take a pill. Wow, fantastic. Give it to me now. And that's really what everyone's looking for. They're looking for the holy grail. So supplements really play into that. And from my point of view, I tend to promote and look at supplements which give you a performance edge. So they're either health or performance related. So I tend to focus in on those. And but my point being, it's like, nail the video. It's like, if you want consistent traffic, like I was talking to a friend this morning and he wants me to help him with a couple of his workshops that he wants to use. And he uses his workshops as a stepping stone to his main product, which is a coaching product. And it's like, yep, not a problem. So let's do that. And I also suggested a new funnel, a new way of, rather than going through this intermediate product, like forget that, go straight to the main product. So I suggested a way we could do that as well. So we're going to test all of that. But the point is, it's getting it to a place where if he's got a really large Facebook group, but he's constantly having to come up with new ideas for the group because, the group is the group. It doesn't change. I mean, it grows at a steady pace. And so there's new people coming in, but he's kind of could very quickly, he knows if he puts out an offer, how many people are going to respond. So he needs a way to kind of keep things fresh, keep the offer fresh, so that people see something slightly different. There's a new angle on something which might hook their interest this time when it didn't hook their interest last time. But what he's not got is that consistency of brand new leads daily. And that's where obviously paid advertising can come in. So I'm going to help him with that. But in order to do that, we're then taking cold traffic. Now, obviously, the advantage of having a group is that they get to know you, they get to trust you, they get to see your content, they get to see not just your content and what you're putting out, but they also see the interaction on the content. So they see the other posts, they see the other comments from other people. So all of that acts as social proof in your favor because it adds to your credibility. So if you're going to then go from organically growing a group to driving paid traffic, then of course that paid traffic doesn't know who you are. So you've got established trust and credibility up front, and that's part of what you need to do in your funnel. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that was really just me coming on, acknowledging that I'm not doing as many lives. I'm not doing as many lives because I am really sort of heavily focused in on what I'm doing, which is, as I say, the journaling habit product. And maybe because it's Black Friday, I should send out an email for the journaling habit. I've got so focused in on adverts that I haven't even thought about putting out a Black Friday offer. So maybe I'll knock one out today and send something out and say, hey, go grab the journaling habit before the price goes up or something like that. But anyway, check your email or put a comment below if you want to see that offer, because I've just thought of it off the top of my head. But all right, so basically that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I didn't want to stay on too long. I'm conscious that I'm not doing as many of these. I think 2022, what I'll do is I'll start mapping out now how I can make sure I do more of these lives, because I do enjoy them. I do enjoy kind of sharing ideas with you, and more importantly, sharing with you what's working for me in the last week. Because I think if I do that, like a lot of the things you see and that you might buy as products tend to be, if they're tactic based, like as in, here's how to make money on TikTok advertising or whatever it might be. Tactics have a shelf life. I've mentioned this before. And typically by the time you buy the course, either the shelf life is expired or it's certainly close to expiring. Whereas if I can share things with you fresh on a weekly basis, one, it doesn't hurt me because I'm running stuff now. If I can share insights from that will help you now, then obviously you need to jump on it straight away and receive the benefit from that. And if I can do that for you, fantastic. And I want to feel that I am making that kind of difference. As I say, it doesn't really impact me because I'm going to be doing it anyway, and I'm doing it, it kind of gives me a frame and gives you an opportunity to see what's working and jump on what's working, when really the longest this thing will have been out is a week. So things that I'm testing now, I will be sharing with you once I've got the whole funnel there. Like I mentioned with my friend, we're going to be nailing a new funnel to promote his product directly. It's going to work, in the sense of I will get it to work. And if that takes a month or it takes 2 months or even 3 months, c'est la vie. 3 months is going to pass anyway. But what I will do as soon as I got it nailed is I will come on here and I will share exactly what I've done and exactly how I've got it working. And you can take the core principles from it, the insights from it, and go leverage it for yourself. That's my purpose of doing lives. That's why I want to do it. So it gives me a feeling, a sense that I'm contributing in some way, which is important, because I remember 20 years ago now, going on Tony Robbins seminar, and that whole thing of learning the 6 human needs and understanding that in order to be fulfilled as a human being, you got to give back, you got to contribute. So it's one way of contributing. So even if I'm not seeing your face live and I'm not with an audience live, actually, I want to change that in 2022 as well. So I want to get back to doing a couple of live seminars. So I think what I'll do is I'll organize You know what? I'm gonna organize at least one seminar for next year. If not, I mean, ideally one a quarter would be awesome, but that might be more work than I can manage at the moment based on everything that I'm doing with the sort of driving paid adverts. So I've kind of moved away from clients. I literally do not want any more clients. I don't run an agency. I'm having a lot of fun just really learning something new. So there's a sense of growth for me personally with the whole YouTube advertising, the changes in the algorithm, and really applying the fundamentals of copywriting to what I'm doing. It's really exciting. Like, I mean, it's been really exciting this week, literally writing one new video and turning it into a video. I mean, the software is fantastic. The ability to go from written script to a video in 20 minutes is just amazing. I mean, a couple of years ago, that would have taken a week by the time you kind of passed things around and got the slides done and got the camera ready and recorded everything and got the lighting right and then done all the other bits with it and got it edited and got a voiceover if I wanted someone else's voice on it rather than mine. All of that, you know, that's just a ridiculous turnaround time in terms of being able to test an idea, which might not even work. Whereas now it's like I can write a script. The script might take me a couple of days in terms of coming up with a new angle, but once the script's written, turn it into a video in 20 minutes. I mean, that's fantastic. That means 20 minutes, I've got it up on a campaign. I mean, it takes 2 minutes, obviously, for a campaign that already exists on YouTube. All it takes is 2 minutes to upload a new video to that campaign and say, off you go, test it. Let's see what kind of results we get. But to see, I mean, it really is exciting to see something so dramatically turn around from basically an advert that's losing to an advert that's winning because it's doing 3 times the conversion for an advert which is the same length. It's still about a minute and a half in length, but I mean that kind of transformation in terms of results in that kind of time frame is just wildly exciting. So more of that is what I'm going to be focused on, and obviously I'll be sharing with you a breakdown. Actually, maybe I'll do that if I schedule something for next week and do a live next week. I'll break down the ad and kind of explain why it's working. But I don't do anything really clever. I mean, I follow kind of tried and tested and proven approaches to writing copy. I don't do anything different in that regard. What I bring to the table is the creativity and obviously my experience of just pitching on stage and, you know, selling to audiences. All of that has given me a real sort of database in my head of things that I know that work. So really, it's just play with those and testing those. And the bit that's new to me is testing images and video clips that go along with the words and see what impact they have. Because, of course, one image could make the difference, even with exactly the same script and the same words. One image could make a huge difference in terms of, does it get eyeballs on it? Or if it doesn't get eyeballs on it, nobody hears the words, so it makes no difference. So that could have a massive impact. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that. It's like, any questions, leave them below. Hope you are having a great week. I hope you are on it. Like, my biggest advice to anybody, and always has been, is you got to go all in on one thing. You are literally one video, one campaign away from having a breakaway success you want. Whatever kind of income you want, you can generate any level of income at any time. Really, the bottleneck to your growth will be your cash flow. So, like, you know, in the next month, you could do 10 grand. The month after that, you could do 30 grand and so on. And if you keep plowing back the money in and so on and growing and growing and growing. So go all in. Pick a platform, go all in. Like, I've picked YouTube. I'm all in on YouTube. TikTok's there. I mean, I'm aware of it. I'm paying attention to it, but I can't give my attention to everything in the same way. I think the videos on TikTok are slightly different, but that's okay. I can try and test things at some point, but I am all in on one platform. And remember as well, this has been come up this week with a couple of things that have been going on for someone else. You don't have a traffic problem. You have a conversion problem. So there's always two sides, traffic and conversion. Generating leads, you can put up an ad and you can tell very quickly whether the ad's working or not. And if you're getting clicks on the ad or traffic as value, then it's really a question of, are you turning that traffic into dollars in what time frame? And you're able to do it straight away. Is it going to take you months? But you have a conversion issue. The reason most people just stick with organic is because they feel safe. They feel they're not going to be blowing through any money and getting no return. But the other side of it, of course, is you're not backing yourself. You're not moving things fast enough. You're relying on organic, which can be incredibly slow. All good. I think organic should be a bonus, but understand it's all about conversion. So get good at conversion. It is a skill. It is a sales skill, but it's a sales skill which will pay you massive dividends. All right, I'll leave it there for now. As I say, hope you've had a good week. Hope next week's going to be even better for you. But my advice, make a decision. Go all in on something and get really good at conversion because it's more important than the traffic. All right, I will see you next time, hopefully next week, depending on my schedule. All right, take it easy.